I've been using my Rode VideoMic Pro for a while now as a shotgun mic on my Sony a7 III. And I love the sound quality on this mic. It's awesome. And it's pretty small, but there are some cumbersome things about it, even though the audio quality is excellent. And the big one for me was the battery. I oftentimes leave it in and forget to turn the mic off. So by the time I pick it up to use it again, the battery's dead. And the weird battery compartment is so hard to lock it in that I've given up on trying to figure out how to close it and just rubber band the mic instead. Not the best solution, but it works. So I was kind of on the lookout for another shotgun mic that was powered by the camera. And I came across the Sennheiser MKE 200. It's nice and tiny, significantly smaller than the Rode VideoMic Pro, even though the Rode VideoMic Pro was small already, but this guy is this big. Super nice and tiny, no battery to fuss around with, and interchangeable cables as well. So this is awesome. So let's see what we get in the box, although I don't have the box with me anymore because I'm not a big unboxing guy. But we get the mic, obviously, and two cables. One cable over here that connects to the audio jack right here and goes into your microphone jack on your camera, on your mirrorless, DSLR, so on and so forth. And there is a second cable, this guy, that looks very similar, but it has a label smartphone on it. And it's for, guess what? Hooking this up to your smartphone. You also actually get this little pouch, this guy, with a dead cat. And this is extremely useful for when it's windy outside. So this little guy, I tried it out and it works great. And with the cable, looks like that. So look how small this guy is. So here are some comparisons between this mic, just sort of general vlogging type usage, as well as the comparison with the Rode VideoMic Pro. Now, this is not a technical test by any means. This is just how I typically tend to use the mic, and I wanted to really see if it could work for my uses. So I took this mic out and did a few different tests. So let's check that out. All right, here's a quick test outdoor on a fairly busy side street. There's wind, there's traffic, and here's me walking and talking. Fairly typical vlogging kind of situation. And this is with the Rode mic. Here we go, walking and talking with the Rode mic and connected to my a7 III. And now I'm connected to the Sennheiser, and this is what it sounds like with the Sennheiser. Same area, my car is running, windy, traffic, some kids at the BG. And this is what it sounds like with the Sennheiser connected to my a7 III. Yep, test 1, 2, 3. And this is without the windsock, without the dead cat. So I'm going to throw on the dead cat next and see if there's any difference. All right, now with the Sennheiser MKE 200 with the dead cat on. It's fairly windy, and I'm sure the dead cat helps a little bit, but this is the mic with the dead cat on. Testing 1, 2, 3. Here's me walking and talking. Typical vlog situation with Sennheiser with the dead cat on. Let's do another test, shall we? We have the a7 III with the Sennheiser hooked up to it without the dead cat. And I'm going to throw on the dead cat in a bit and see if there's any difference. All right, here we go. Test 1, test 2, test 3. This is the Sennheiser without the dead cat on. It is a little bit windy. It's not too bad at all. And there's some fan noise, some general ambiance, so on and so forth. I'm walking and talking, and let's see how this sounds. This is a fairly typical vlogging style shoot. Camera's facing me, the mic's facing me, and no dead cat on. Okay, so this is what it looks like with the dead cat on the camera. It definitely does add a little bit of size to it, but it's not too bad at all. And this is what it sounds like with the dead cat on. Same location, same situation. It's not too windy right now, but you're getting general fan noise, ambiance, and stuff like that from the outdoors. And I'm walking and talking with the Sennheiser with the dead cat on connected to my a7 III. Walking and talking, just like a cool vlogging dude. And also, just for reference, this is without the mic plugged into the camera. So this is just the a7 III's internal mic. Alright, I'm walking and talking with the Sony a7 III internal mic only. There's no mic plugged in now. Test 1, test 2, test 3. All right, and we're indoors now. This is my living room. It's pretty quiet in here. And this is the A7 III internal mic without the Sennheiser plugged into it. So this is what the camera mic sounds like on its own. And now I've plugged in the mic into the A7 III. This is the Sennheiser plugged into the A7 III. Inside, control environment, it's pretty quiet in here. And yeah, this is what it sounds like. So I still have the dead cat on it. I'm gonna remove it in a second. How many times can a person say dead cat in a video? What do you think, cat? He's not too happy. That's fine. Okie dokie, same location, and now we have the dead cat off the mic. So this is the Sennheiser MKE 200 connected to the Sony A7 III. Here we go, test 1, test 2. Control environment is pretty quiet in here. We have no dead cat on the mic. We have a live cat over here. And this is what it sounds like. Pretty quiet environment, so this should really show you the quality of the mic in this sort of situation because you're pretty quiet. It's a pretty controlled environment, so this is really what the mic sounds like without any sort of outside element. So as I've been editing this video and listening to the audio files coming from the Sennheiser versus the Rode, the biggest thing I've been noticing is the bassiness of the Rode VideoMic Pro and the slightly tinny sounding audio from this Sennheiser mic. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to play back this clip as recorded, and then I'm going to throw some post-processing on and see if we can bring back a little bit of that bass. All right, so this is audio as recorded, no processing at all, nice and clean. 1, 2, 3, test 1, 2, 3. This is the Sennheiser MKE 200 plugged into the A7 III with no post-processing at all. This is exactly how the audio is going into the camera directly from the mic. Okay, so now I've added a little bit of an effect filter to bring up the bass a little bit in the voice, in the audio, coming from the Sennheiser MKE 200. So this is with a little bit of post-processing, and this is what it sounds like. Test 1, 2, 3. This is the MKE 200 connected to the A7 III with a little bit of post-processing to bring in a little bit of bassiness. So let's see how this sounds. All right, so closing thoughts. And now, by the way, I'm recording this video with the Sennheiser MKE 200. I like this mic. Is it better than the Rode VideoMic Pro? In terms of sound quality, no. But in terms of ease of use and portability, I say it's a winner. The key though is to introduce a little bit of bass in post-production. All I did was add a bass effect using Premiere Pro and boosted it up by about 7 decibels. So between 5 and 7 dB seems to sound really nice. At least that's how I like to hear it, but your miles may vary. So that's it. Let me know what you guys think about the mic, and if you have used it or you're using something else. I'm always curious to hear about people's gear. And till next time, take it easy.